Fear is spelled in two ways. Fuck everything and run, or face everything and rise. The question is, what are you going to do? One is fight and one is flight. One faces the challenge, one runs away from the challenge. My friends, it's up to us to determine what perspective of fear we're going to use in our life. You see, fear is not a bad thing. People say, Stephen, as a hypnotist, can you get rid of my fear for me? I was like, it's not about the negativity of fear. Fear is not a negative thing. You see, if you're driving, you want to be underneath a certain speed limit because you're fearful of hitting someone else and getting in a car accident. That's a healthy dose of fear. But there's another kind of fear where it's crippling you. It stops you in your tracks and just says, don't do anything, stop moving, stop doing everything because you might get hurt. And to the point where you just let that dictate your life. I don't want to hit anybody in the road, so I just won't drive. You see, now that's an extreme negative type of fear. Versus, I got to make sure I check the speedometer, making sure I don't hit nobody. Making sure I'm at a certain speed limit, I don't hit nobody, and it's safe. That's a good type of fear. You see, fear is not bad. Fear is good, but it's a matter of how you use fear for your advantage. Yes, you can use fear for your advantage. Rather than crippling you, it can propel you to greater heights. When you acknowledge that you have fear in you and you say, I'm going to face everything and rise. It's facing the challenges head on. Knowing and acknowledging you have this weary feeling inside you, but you're going to face it. You see, a famous quote that says, you cannot conquer what you will not confront, and you will not confront what you will not identify. You're going to identify the fear and say, okay, fear, I see you, I acknowledge you, I recognize you're there. I'm going to go ahead and face this and move on. My wife, oh my gosh, Angela, a few years ago, she did a thing called the Year of Fears. And what the Year of Fear was is that she said, okay, I'm going to make a whole list of everything I'm fearful of. And she faced her fear that year. And I was amazed by that. And she says, you know what? When I finally skydived and jumped off the plane, one of her fears, she says, it wasn't actually that bad. And she says, everything I did all the time, it was actually not that bad. So in reality, fear is a fake evidence appearing real. That's another term being used. Is that it's all fake. My friends, listen to this. To one person, skydiving is horrible. It's fearful. I'll never do it. Another person says, I need to do it every single year. I get a thrill off of it. Because here's the thing, it's neither good nor bad. It is what it is. But it's up to us and what we interpret that to be fearful for the positive or fearful for the negative. Some people use fear as an adrenaline rush. So my friends, here's the moral of the story today. The moral of the story is fear is not something to run away from. It's something to acknowledge and face everything and rise. And when you do that, you're on your way to a life by design. I'm Stephen Dela Cruz. There's a free hypnosis gift for you at freehypnosisgift.com. Like and follow for more.